What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell time. I'm Paul Hickey with NoOffSeason.com, and we already have Chad Guell and OhMyShoes in the house. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, people. Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell, NoOffSeason.com. This show is all about building community. It's a safe space in the hobby to come aboard. Show us what you've got. Talk to us about what you're doing. Submit your video to me, Paul, at nooffseason.com via email. If you have questions about what to submit, if you're worried about something, worried about how you're coming across to the audience, worried about revealing secrets, whatever it is that you're worried about, let's get over your worries and let's share. Let's show and let's tell. We're live on YouTube, but for those of you listening on Apple and Spotify, we try to make this show audio friendly for the pod version, the pod only version. So it is a show and a tell. So if you are listening, hopefully it is just as valuable as if you are watching. But again, I'm Paul Hickey with NoOffSeason.com. Started this show to be a little bit different than our Flagship Monday show. The Flagship Monday show and the other niche shows of other sports that you'll hear throughout the week are all about making money flipping sports cards. This one's a little different. This is about having fun, showing us what you're doing, talking about maybe some pulls that you have, maybe some flips that you had, maybe some wins, maybe some L's, but it's also about sharing your PC. It's about talking about what sports cards means to you and your family, you and your loved ones. Whatever it is you want to share on the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell, as long as it's somewhat sports card related, we're going to take a look at it. So we've got some new submitters this week. We're excited to share some new submitters, but then we've got some familiar faces and voices. So Mr. Ryan Borusky in the house. What's up, MRB, Mr. Ryan Borusky? I will never drop the Mr. only because he unintentionally needed it to be there on his YouTube profile. And now it's just a fun inside joke. So that's what we're all about here at the Sports Card Strategy Show. Fun in the hobby. As I mentioned on the Monday show and the other sports related shows, niche shows, I call them. That would be the baseball, football, basketball, soccer, hockey, F1, golf shows. Those are about making money. This is about having fun. So we're going to get to our submitters this week. And then if there's time left over in the hour, I'm going to show and tell you something from a PSA submission results that I got back that you guys will probably be familiar with. All right, up first, loyal audience member, first-time submitter to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell, Matt Esterman. Matt did pretty well for himself. Matt, what do you got for us today?
Everybody at the Sports Card Strategy Show. That includes you, Paul, and you, Lefty. Here's my Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. So I've been out of the industry collecting for about 30 years until about a year ago. And about a month ago, I decided to buy my first wax box in over 30 years with the release of the soccer Donruss. Went to one of my local card shops, Kaboom Brothers Cards, which is the second story of a sports bar here in town in Dayton, Ohio. Bought the box. They had two left. Bought one of them. Sat at the bar for a while. Enjoyed a adult beverage. And then decided to rip into that box right there at the bar. I'm about 3 packs in when I'm talking with the bartender. And I go, this one's got the Kaboom in it. Sure enough, I hit a Kaboom in my first ever wax box in 30 years. I keep ripping, and I come across an out of 10. I keep ripping, and I hit a 101 Marcus Rashford, one of the best players in the Champions League. Needless to say, my first box in over 30 years was a success. Will I keep Stay tuned. You can follow me at cards_according2me on Instagram. Thanks, guys.
All right, and so there was a Dusan Vlahovic Kaboom. Out of 10 was a Divine Wrench from Ajax. And of course, the Rashford 1 of 1. Matt's got a photo of this on his Instagram profile. Check it out. cards_according2me. Great stuff, Matt. Really appreciate your submission. And Dayton, Ohio, Kaboom Brothers cards. Check them out. Sounds like a great place to be. Also, check out Graybo's Sports Cards in Richmond, Virginia, in the Arts District. I'm going to be there on Saturday, June 16th, the day before Father's Day. We're going to do a live version of this show, Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. Rocky Empire Sports Cards in the house. Would love to get a Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell submission from you, Rocky Empire. Hopefully maybe next week, maybe for next Thursday. Maybe you could hook us up with something. Evan Bell in the house. Yes, SCSS fam. Good to see you, my man, Evan Bell. I'm going to holler at you soon for some more contributions to the nooffseason.com website. For those of you wondering, nooffseason.com is revamping the premium offering. You can get a free 30-day trial right now. Free 30-day trial. Go to nooffseason.com and click Go Premium, and you can see the free 30-day trial. So we hope you check that out. Chad, Lefty, and I and others are really, really revamping that product to make it more relevant to the sports card flipping scene in 2023, 2024. I mean, things are different than they were in 2021, 2022. When I started the premium product, we started with over 300 player profiles with the reward, the risk, and the play. Now we're looking at, hey, let's not spread yourself too thin with your sports card flipping strategy. Let's focus on some plays. Grading is back as probably the number one play. Grading, raw, cross grading, cracking and submitting, all that stuff. So we're really focused on what needs to happen any given week in the flipping game, any given month, and helping you narrow your strategy down, execute the plays. That's what we're all about these days. So speaking of Chad Gill, he's up next. He's got another submission for us this week in the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. Chad, thanks as always for your submission, but we're curious. What do you have for us today, my man?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Show and Tell episode. I thought it might be a little bit more fun this week if you saw some of the pickups that I was doing rather than what I was collecting. Most everything here, majority of everything here is going to either be sent into PSA for grading and then sold off once it comes back, or I am going to put it on my eBay store and sell it like it is in raw condition. There are a few vehicles. Can you tell I'm a car salesperson? There are a few cards that will be kept for my personal collection, but the majority of these pickups are going to be resold. Okay, if you're a premium member and you've looked at some of the articles I've written, I talked about an article where you stack 20 cards together and play the numbers. And one of the plays was the Jordan Walker Bowman First. So just wanted to let everybody know that I'm not only writing these articles, but I am actually doing just about everything that I write. I do. I believe that if I'm going to offer up the advice, that I should be doing it myself. So there are 20 Jordan Walkers getting ready for grading to get sent in. There's a Tyler Soderstrom Bowman First Auto refractor number to 499. Connor Norby Auto First. Breck Way Speckle Auto First. Curtis Mead Auto Inception numbered to 250. Jonathan Class, I just wrote an article on him. I'm very high on him. I think he's got a bright future. Joe Ryan, a rookie auto. Now that's a pitcher. Oscar Colas auto. It's not a first, but it's a mojo. Taj Bradley auto. Spencer Strider gold numbered to 50 auto. Stan Musial, I just picked this up breaking some Stadium Club chrome. Thought that was a cool refractor. Then a little vintage here, Julio Franco autographed. Got a Brett Beatty patch auto to 99. A Bob Feller autograph. Eloy Jimenez patch auto to 25. Nomar Garcia Parra a gold ink auto to 15. A couple of Beam Team cards, which I thought were cool. I'm a fan of Jazz Chisholm. I still think he's going to get things figured out in the major leagues. That's a die-cut rookie card. A couple of vintage cards, Harmon Killebrew, Frank Robinson, Ken Boyer. I'm super high on Ellie De La Cruz. I've got a 20-card Ellie De La Cruz sitting at PSA right now. I picked up his Sapphire. I love the look of that card. Patch card of Eddie Murray. Then you got, here's some of the Leafs. If you watch today's episode of the Baseball Card Strategy Show, you heard Paul talk about the mistakes I may have made. This is a Churio auto, numbered to 6. A Doc Gooden auto, numbered to 6. David Justice auto, 2 of 2. You got Jordan Lawler auto, number 2 of 7. Gunnar Henderson, numbered to 4. Curtis Mead, numbered 3 of 3. Kumar Rocker, numbered to 3. And Kevin Parada, number 3 of 3. This is the wrong time of year to be buying basketball. However, I bought a collection and it had a few of these basketball cards in it. I'm going to send a few in for grading. Quentin Grimes, rookie ticket auto. Paolo Banchero, green laser. Jalen Brunson, blue velocity. Michael Porter Jr., contenders rookie. Azubike, auto. A vintage Kareem, Isaiah Stewart auto, another Stewart rookie auto, a Jaylen Brown with the NBA logo. I thought those are pretty cool cards. Michael Porter Jr. rookie ticket auto, Kobe Bryant, Upper Deck rookie, Tyrese Maxey rookie, and a Allen Iverson. Leaf metal. And here's some football cards. Got a Breece Hall rookie ticket auto. Breece Hall rookie ticket auto with a variation photo. Ramondre Stevens rookie ticket auto. This is a checkerboard Kirk Cousins rookie. Jordan Love with the purple velocity. Marquez Stevenson auto rookie numbered to 49. Deebo Samuel press proof. Tua numbered to 199. Mark Brunell numbered to 99. Matt Corral numbered to 125 rookie patch auto. Kellen Mond rookie patch auto. AJ McCarron rookie patch auto. Ian Book rookie patch auto. Flawless numbered to 25. Tom Brady refractor. Devonta Smith patch rookie. Trey Lance patch rookie. Mark Andrews field level rookie. Amon
Chad's
Kenneth
audio.
Walker rookie.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's numbered to 199. Amon-Ra St. Brown here, numbered to 75. Got Garrett Wilson. Got a Joe Morgan. Championship ticket, rookie auto numbered to 25. Carson Strong, rookie auto numbered to 50. Damian Pierce with the negative refractor. Ramondre Stevens, rookie. Mac Jones, rookie. Trevor Lawrence, more Trevor Lawrence. Davis Mills, rookie patch auto. Davis Mills, rookie auto. Being a Wisconsinite, got to have some Jordan Love cards. Got a silver prism. Got a triple patch numbered to 25. Got a gold rookie score numbered to 50. Got a black prism black silver auto. Trey Lance, Javonte Williams, Davis Mills, Justin Fields, Kyle Trask, Malik Willis patch, Malik Willis green, Christian Watson, and another Trevor Lawrence. I hope you enjoyed this. I have one more thing that might surprise you. It's a non-sports card, cards that I also just recently picked up. And last but not least, these are kind of fun. These are Disney Pixar cards that recently came out with small kids in the house. They enjoy this type of stuff. I thought they were kind of cool cards to collect. I'm going to send some in to get graded. I ran across these on a Whatnot channel, and it just happened to be Aaron from Slab Stocks that was selling them. So came from a good seller, and I thought they were kind of fun and wanted you guys to see them. Hope everybody has a great week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chad. That's amazing. Chad is fun to watch, and we got some comments about Chad and his amazing abilities here. Borusky says, Dr. Gill intimidates me with his knowledge and collection. My man is off the hook card connoisseur. Dr. Crack back at it again. Oh, my shoes. Rocky Empire says, I get excited if I have a card he likes. Evan Bell giving him love. Awesome video. And what hobby store did you rob, Chad? The same way MLB teams should reconsider when the Rays call about a prospect. When the doctor calls on one of your cards, you should think twice. Good call. Chad always coming in with the fire, Shoes says. So I think we have a new maybe content idea that just birthed itself in the comments here from the audience. I think maybe what we could do is submit a card to Chad. And so maybe we could have a little segment on one of our shows where the audience can submit their card to Chad, and Chad should just basically do like a love hate hold pass or something like that. Like love hard pass or something like that. I don't know. That way, like we could get the warm and fuzzies from the doctor. You know, if Rocky Empire really wants to like submit all of his cards that he thinks Chad might like, then he can have like a batting average and see what, you know, how he bats with Dr. Chad's analysis. But safe space here on the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. You don't have to have anything close to Chad's collection or Chad's just depth of wanting to buy things and show them off. Not just show them off, Chad. I'm messing with you, but Chad's strategically flipping these. The cool thing is he's been doing this for decades, and he's a great example to follow of how to flip to fund your PC. He literally does not dip into any other funds other than the funds that he makes from flipping to then fund his PC. So while it can seem intimidating, like, oh my gosh, this guy must have all this money to buy all these cards, it's actually just from like a dedicated strategy that he has implemented over years and even decades to fund his own PC. And so, Chad, thanks so much for showing us this week the cards that you're actually flipping and not just collecting. So great stuff. Really appreciate it. Keep it coming. All right. Up next is a new quiet favorite audience member of mine. Appreciate the support from Loni Conley. You've heard his name in the Q&A section on the Flagship Show, but Loni shared a pretty in-depth sports card strategy show and tell submission this week. We're excited to see what Loni has going on. Take it away, Loni.
This is Loni Conley, friend of the show. What's up, Paul, Lefty, and Chad, and everyone else listening to this? We have a store on eBay called FF Holston. That's FFHOLSTEN. And we have an account on Instagram. We don't really do much over there besides post shiny cards because they look pretty. But that's also FF_Holston. So what we're going to do today is just kind of walk through what I've sold in the month of April, give you guys a good idea of what we're doing out here. And I think this is something that would be relevant to a lot of people listening. We got this Bowman Chrome first auto to 50 of Connor Wong for $4 off eBay sometime in the offseason, sold it for $32. That Deontay Johnson was a 2-year hold on-card auto, first on the print to 50. BGS 9 paid somewhere between $30 and $35 for that on eBay, sold it for $55. Picked up this Flux card for like 50 cents at a show, and they sold it for $4. Picked up this Oscar Robertson for $115 on, I think this was a show actually, part of a bigger deal with multiple cards, and then sold it for $150. So made a nice profit there. Can't do anything here. Can't pat myself on the back or anything. Pulled this card literally from a blaster with my son for $34. So there you go. You got every once in a while you get lucky. So all three of these cards are numbered and or on card auto. Something's interesting about each of these cards, and paid about $2.96 each for these cards out of a value box, and sold them for $20.
So that's Drew Brees, Clear Vision 2016, Elijah Moore, Elements 2021, Elements Neon Signs, auto out of 50, and a Topps Chrome Ichiro.
6, so that's a nice profit. Picked this card up for under $1, number to 222 or 2022. Joel Embiid sold for $5. Picked up this bench. Picked up both of these benches for about $6 total. So turned those around for $22. So a nice profit.
So that's a 1975 Topps Johnny bench that he's talking about.
Profit there. Picked up this Wagner with a Luka. You'll see the Luka here in a second. Picked it up for $40 in person at a card show, and turned that around for $80.
That's a Franz Wagner PSA 10 Prism rookie fast break. And yeah, he said he picked it up with a Luka that's not pictured there. But okay, Lonnie, keep going.
Obviously, you got to take into consideration all the eBay fees, so the profit's still there. I pulled this Mojo Orange Orbit Vivas from a mega box and graded it myself. So the box was probably 60. The grading was probably, something around 12 back a couple of years ago. And so about $72 in, sold it for $120. He's killing it. Picked up this Kendrick Nunn to $49 out of a value box for under $2. Sold it for $6. Jonathan Clays picked up this Shimmer first for $4 in the Winchester show and graded it myself and sold it for $90. Picked up this Franz for under $3 out of a value box, sold it for $12. I pulled this Pete Alonso variation out of a value box for under $5. I don't think the guy actually realized it was a variation, but either way, I graded it. Got lucky, got the 10, sold it for $85. That was about a 2-year hold. Picked up the Dansby Swanson for $65 off eBay and sold it for $120. Bowman again. You can tell I'm a Bowman fan. Shout out Lefty. Bowman is king always. I think I got this Julio Rodriguez out of a blaster box at some point. Sold that for $18. And that thing's been listed for a while. So you can see some of these cards were listed for a while. But we still do on average about 30 cards a month, somewhere between $600 to $3,000. The average for the year is around $24,000 a year. Matt Olson, I picked up this card along with a couple of other of his cards when he was getting traded from the Blue Jays to the Braves. Everybody in the Braves lineup is investable. They're so protected. They're all going to mash. So invest in Braves. And graded this, got the 10, sold it for $225. I think I was all in on this card for roughly $45. This card.
So that's a Topps Inception 2017 Matt Olson auto out of $299, and it's a PSA 10, just so everybody knows what card he's talking about there.
Picked up for under $2 out of a value box, and it's numbered to 50. The USPS destroyed the card, so the client, the buyer, got made whole, and I'm just out on that card, unfortunately. Picked up this Cassius, numbered to 35, cracked ice auto for under $3.
Cassius Winston, rookie auto out of 35, cracked ice for under $3, sold it for $8. I never would have thought I'd see my guy Cassius Winston, Michigan State University point guard, legend, actually super underrated, robbed of his senior year due to COVID, would have had a national championship. Cassius Winston making an appearance on the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. Let's go, Lonnie.
I had a value box, so made some money there. Picked up this Antonio Brown for under $5 and sold it for $10. And this Luigi Villain came out of a Sage box that my son got for his Christmas present, and so nothing there really. I think I got this X-Fractor for about $3 $3 and sold it for 14 out of a value box. Same with Gardner, got it for under 3, sold it for 9. Kyle Pitts to 99, got that for under 3, sold it for 13. Durant, game used, under $4, sold it for 17. The Michael Bush should have sold, but was canceled by the buyer. There's a Luka I picked up along with that Franz, so I paid $100 for that. So
that's a 2021 Prism Luka Blue fast break out of 150 PSA 10. So are you guys seeing a theme here? What Lonnie's doing? I mean, he is grinding, right? Like he and I talked about this offline, and I really appreciate him sharing this. There's more to come, so stay tuned. But I'm just kind of interrupting Lonnie, just chiming in here and saying, like, this dude is grinding. Like he's got, bought it for 2, sold it for 8, bought it for 4, sold it for 13. And it's always bought it at a show in a dollar box kind of a thing. He's looking at variations, short prints, numbereds. Like they don't have to be rookies. They don't always even have to be like super recognizable names. They just have to fit a certain qualification of sometimes a short print, sometimes a photo variation, sometimes numbered, non-rookie, but a big name like Luka, etc. So Lonnie, keep going.
Paid about $140 for the Luka and the Franz and turned them around for, what does that look like? 220 and some change.
So that's the other thing too, like his profit margin, like his gross profit margin. When I say gross profit margin, I'm talking about like not subtracting the eBay fees, but his gross profit margin is like between 20 and 30%. It's not like he's necessarily flipping the, other than the Drew Jones that he pulled out of a blaster for $35 and sold for $1,100. Like that's like luck of the draw. That's not going to happen all the time, but like he's grinding on the 10, 15, 20, 25%, maybe maximum 30% profit margin just on his overall plays. But what he's done is he's got this down to a science where he knows that's what he's going to get for it. And so he's not worried about trying to 10x or even 5x or even double his money. He's focused on like, if I can make 10 to 25%, the 25% kind of being the ceiling on like, if it grades high or if the athlete balls out, that's kind of where Lonnie's thought process is. And so she's just consistently doing this. And so it's like any other business. Like if you were running any other business and you could make 10 to 25% profit margin consistently and not lose out on your inventory, then you're doing well for yourself. And essentially that's Lonnie's philosophy here. So he's all about kind of buying at a show, doing something around either holding or grading or cleaning or whatever, like something to improve the value of the card. I think most of the time it's buying at a show in bulk to get the overall price down on all of the cards and then just listing on eBay and getting what he can get, but knowing that he'll get more than what he paid for because of what he bought them for was so much less expensive than it would have been had it just been the one thing that he bought from the dealer. He's basically buying in bulk, just like you would buy any other product in bulk, and then selling one at a time. Lonnie, keep going.
There's a Pujols game worn to 250. I pulled out of a value box for under $4, sold for 18. Nolan Ryan game worn under $4, sold for 13. Austin Riley under $4 for 15. Game worn under $3 on this one, sold for 11. Chris Webber, 2-color patch game worn or game used to fit to 90, got that for under $4, sold it for 16. Found this Fire to the Moon gold rookie Julio for under $4 in a box. And this guy here, Dick Van Arsdale, I never even heard of him, but it was on card auto, it was numbered, it was select, got it for under $3. And I sold it for 17. And so there's April, and I guess I got into March a little bit. But guys, if you get out and you grind, you do the work, and you get the stuff listed as soon as possible, it just adds up. We have over 900 listings in our store, and we do on average about 30 cards a month. So the analytics tell me if I can get it from 900 to 2,000, then I should be able to double our revenue and double our sales if I keep looking for cards like this, numbered, game worn, on card autos, those types of items are always going to move. Somebody's always going to be interested. And that's where eBay comes in, because they just have so many eyes and so many collectors of so many interesting things. So keep grinding. Thanks for listening to this, and I'll try to keep you posted every month.
Lonnie, keep us posted, man. Great stuff. Keep grinding. I love it. I think the audience loves it as well. You're getting a lot of love in the comments. And check out Lonnie's eBay store. I'm going to go do it because I want to watch what he's doing. I want to watch what kinds of cards he lists for buy it now or best offer. I want to watch what kinds of cards he's auctioning off, how many bids they're getting, all that stuff. So Lonnie, thanks for that. That's very, very helpful to the audience. Please, please, please keep it coming. Teaser, there may or may not be more content that Lonnie and I are lining up for the website and the podcast. But great, great, great stuff from our audience. Up next is a familiar name. I met him at the Atlanta Culture Collision show. We did a maxi deal together. It's Farmer Joe. Let's go.
Everybody, this is Joe, aka Farmer Joe. I go by Mosaic Joe, but I'm labeled as Farmer Joe because that's how I was introduced to Paul back at the Atlanta Culture Collision, where we did the maxi deal. And sorry to hear that you took a loss on that, Paul, but thought I left enough fat for you, and especially with the way he's playing in the playoffs, it doesn't make sense. Hopefully we can make another deal someday. But I wanted to show you guys a couple cards in my collection that I obtained all at shows, and all of them were obtained raw. 4 of them are still raw, and 1 of them has been graded, and it was graded at that show using the on-site Beckett's mission services that were available, and that one was in Nashville. So let me go ahead and get started. Just recently I did a show in Roswell, Georgia. And
hey, Joe, hold on one second. Next time you're in Nashville at a show, you got to hit me up and we got to go to the show together. All right. Any one of you that are going to be in Nashville for a show. And there's actually a show coming up in September in Franklin, Tennessee, which is literally where I live. You got to let me know and we're going to come meet up. Okay. Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
And it's a brand new show that just started. And there was a good crowd. It was a really good crowd. And somebody came to my table looking at a Chet Holmgren Bowman U. And it was not the first auto, but the insert set auto out of 99.
This one right here.
And I know Chet, he's a huge prospect. He unfortunately got that Liz Frank injury at the beginning of this season in the LeBron James Classic, and he hasn't played any. I know when he comes back, if he comes back as explosive as he was prior to the Liz Frank injury, then his prices are going to go up. But I've been holding that card for too long, and I didn't want to gamble any further on it. So I decided to offer it up for trade for this Bowman Next CJ Stroud on-card auto out of 99. I actually talked him into going straight up with this, which I think is fair. I could have probably taken for a little bit more money, but when you're in the hobby, sometimes you just have to pay it forward, especially at shows. So don't be afraid if you're at a show to negotiate with somebody. Try to get a better price, or even see if they'd be willing to do a straight up trade. You know, that 80% rule that you hear a lot about with cash buyouts on cards, it doesn't necessarily apply to when you're doing trades. Trades can sometimes be one-to-one. It just depends on the person that you're dealing with. So let me go ahead and move on to the next card so I don't get super long-winded. Down in Florida, in Pensacola, I was at a card show, and I picked up this. Now, I know that there is the Golf Card Strategy show, and I did not pick this up with any type of strategy. I just know Michelle Wee was awesome. This is a rookie game-used material. That's the same shirt that's in, well, I don't know if it's the exact same shirt, but it's the same color of the shirt that she's wearing in the picture. And it is out of 25.
Shout out Mike.
For those of you listening, the card is a 2013 Upper Deck Black Lustrous Signatures Michelle Wee.
It is a sweet looking card, Joe.
Pretty thick card. It's got a shadow box type of look through it. If you look, it's recessed. There's a super thick card, so the The shadow box here is the plastic that this is signed on, and the piece of material is set back a little bit. But beautiful card. I picked it up for $55, and I think there's no reason that can't sell for more than that. Next card is going to be this Gabi out of 99, out of the Topps Museum collection. I'm doing a terrible job trying to keep this thing framed.
Looks good, Joe.
It's Gabi. It's out of 99 Museum collection, which is a good set. I'm just going to hold on to this. This is a little OC, so I'm not going to send it for grading just yet. Next, this is something I got out of a dollar bin. It is awesome. It's the Point God, Chris Paul, McDonald's All-American card. I keep seeing different varying numbers on the print run on these things, but I imagine it wasn't a whole lot. And Chris Paul, I mean, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, so if I have to sit on this for a while, I will. And lastly, it's this card.
By this card, I mean the 2019 Jalen Hurts XRC.
I picked up this card raw at the Nashville National a few months back. I forget if it was in February. I don't remember. But anyway, I picked it up there, and I got it raw. It was towards the end of the show. I had seen it, and somebody wanted they wanted $300 for it, and it still had the Panini on the top loader. It still had the Panini seal on the top loader.
I took this at the Beckett table where I submitted the card.
So I went up and I got a real close inspection of it. I did see a slight dimple in the surface somewhere, and I can't even see it now, but there's somewhere right over here. There's a slight dimple in the surface, and I was concerned. So, but the centering looked good. The edges and corners all looked good, and it hadn't been actually handled since it was in Panini's hands. So I grabbed it for $250. I got him down to $250. I submitted it right there at the show. I did express with Beckett. They were the only ones actually at the show, and it cost me about $90 out the door to get it graded. So I'm into it for about $340, and then it comes back at True Gem 9.5. Now, funny story is I got the card 2 days before that whole fiasco with the April Fool's Day, not so April Fool's joke, where they almost shot themselves in the foot with the whole True Gem, because this is a True Gem. This is all 9.5 subgrades. And if they would have continued on with the way that they were saying they were, this would have just been a gem, or just mint. It would have been just mint. And I would have been really upset about that. Now you see what I've got it in a slab mag. I sell these as well. I can get into that in another video, but I want to make sure that this is protected. This is a pretty fun piece in my collection. I think this guy's going to be the face of the NFC for a while. I don't really know who else is kind of standing out yet. So
thank you, Paul, for having me on the show, and thanks everyone for listening. If you get a chance, please go follow me on Instagram at Mosaic Joe, and check out my eBay store, which has the same name, Mosaic Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, great stuff, Mosaic Joe. I really want everybody to check Joe out. He's a great guy. He knows a lot about each of the athletes that he's buying. Kind of reminds me of Lefty in that way. Like whenever Lefty buys an athlete, he makes sure he knows everything about that athlete. And Joe seems to be the same way, which I think makes him an intriguing seller and person to do business with in the hobby, because when I bought the Maxi from him, like I obviously knew Maxi, but Joe was kind of telling me like, he's down with an injury right now, but he's really good and this and that, and he'll probably come back on this date and this and that. And it wasn't like salesy. It was just like Joe was easy and fun to talk to when we did that deal. So definitely encourage all of you to check Joe out. And, at Mosaic Joe on Instagram. Mosaic Joe is the store name on eBay. I want to make a point real quick on the XRC, because the XRC to me is interesting. There's the officially designated XRC that he showed, which is the Jalen Hurts example. Now those come out in the select football is best known for those, where what they'll do is, because select is one of the last, if not the last, pro football release of every season, of every calendar year, they'll typically drop XRCs of the most recent draft picks. So, for example, in this year's select, when it comes out, for, I guess it would be 2022, 2023 select, it have Kenny Pickett rookies in it, but it should have like CJ Stroud, Bryce Young XRCs, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that's how this works every year. Andy Kaysen has showed this to me in the past, of Football Card Quest. So the XRC officially is part of like select, for example. It's probably in some other releases, but there are some other XRC type cards. Basically, it's a pre-rookie card release. And so it's funny because the Chris Paul McDonald's All-American card that he showed before that, I believe technically is an XRC as well, because it's like it's a rookie. It's not a true rookie card of Chris Paul, but it's a card that came out before his official rookies came out, which I believe also would be considered an XRC. And I think like Victor Wembanyama's Sports Illustrated for Kids would be an example of an XRC, I think. There's probably some debate over that. But I believe the popularity of XRCs is growing, because you're going to have Arch Manning, you're going to have Bronny James, you're going to have other big names like Wembanyama coming out, and people are going to want cards, and so they're going to sign deals and have these cards, and hopefully come out in Sports Illustrated for Kids as well, since I've subscribed to that magazine as part of that strategy. All right, so good stuff from Mosaic Joe. Chad Gill kind of chiming in and saying, if there was a visible dimple that should not get cracked and crossed, leave it as BGS 9.5. Nice work. All right. Up next, the man, the myth, the legend. It's time to put on your shoes, everybody.
It is episode 4 of the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. You have to bring the fire. You have to bring the thunder. Prepare yourself. Let's do this. Breathe. Just remember to breathe, and let's do this. Good morning, duders. My name's OhMyShoes, and as usual, I'm here to show you some sports cards. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just at loss of words for being here. From starting from where I was to being here now. Just thank all of you guys. Now, let's get to some cards. Am I forgetting something? To the case. Case. It's always the case. It's like, do they everyone know who OhMyShoes really is? Ladies first. So, we have a number 301, 2021, 2022, Josh Giddey. Panini, and it's just base, I believe. Still a beautiful card, though. My wife really likes the Thunder, and right now, Josh Giddey cards, I believe, are the easiest to find for her, because Jalen Williams from Arkansas, not the other Jalen Williams, his cards are kind of hard to find right now, so Josh Giddey, I believe, is like her go-to guy right now. And next up, we have a Donruss rated rookie, Josh Giddey, number 202. Very clean. Looks like there's no dings on this thing. I believe she got both of these in the same lot. I believe she got like 5 or 6 cards, and these were in it. I think the guy asked $10, and she gave him 7. So can't beat that. She did pretty good. Can't beat that. So next up, we have some of my son's cards. Next up, we have an Optic rated rookie, Tyler Hero, number 172, pink prism, I believe. I believe they're just pink. Pink hollow. Not really sure what that parallel is, but got to give it up for the Heat for being in it as long as they are. I really hate that he broke his hand, and I imagine a lot of other people are too. This really does suck. Really does suck. Next up, we have a 2019 Panini Mosaic Ja Morant, number 219 PSA 9. Now, if I can remember correctly, my son got this for $20, and I think the guy had like 35 on it. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for junior shoes. Not too shabby.
Junior shoes.
So-
Let's go.
Save the best for last, guys. I love that sound. That just slap. Next up, we have 2018
Slap.
Donruss Optic Rated Rookie Jarrett Jackson Jr. Shock Prism.
Sparty.
Absolutely beautiful card. PSA 9. This was the first card that I had bought on eBay. So this is a milestone right here, gentlemen and ladies. Number 188. I'm so sorry. Number 188 on that, guys. Very beautiful card. Now the last card, this card was the first card I bought at a show. Now that card that I showed you guys last week of my son's, I bought that for his birthday. Now this was the first slab that I bought at a show. And I didn't know what comps were or anything like that. This was just the pure child in me seeing this card and wanting it. It's a 1989 Upper Deck number 25 Randy Johnson rookie card, PSA 9. It is, to me, this is an immaculate, beautiful card. It's in the old PSA slab. Got this for $20. I again didn't know what comps were or anything like that. This was just me at a card show. I saw that pigeon and the feathers. Let's take a moment of silence for that pigeon. Any hooser, guys, thank you for always having me on this show. You guys have a great day.
Any submission that Shoes ever sends me will get on this show. I mean, quickly becoming the star of the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. Oh, my shoes. Bring in the thunder. Shout out to his better half, Leslie Alegria. And if I could maybe create a card, it would be hard. It'd be hard to pick, but I'm leaning towards like an OhMyShoes on-card auto with like a patch of his wallpaper in the background. That'd be solid. And he'd have to sign it Shoes, 1 of 1, with the patch of the wallpaper in the background. That would be amazing. I think I'd be real pumped about that. And it'd just have to have a picture of him like sniffing his case. That would do it for me. I'd if I could, that's, I think, my grail. My grail card would be OhMyShoes, 1 of 1, patch of the wallpaper on card auto with an action shot of him sniffing the case. So if you guys really, really want to do something for me, make my day, let's hunt down that card. Cause that's one I want. Great stuff, everybody. I don't even want a card of myself in Topps Big League. Like I would forfeit a card of myself in Topps Big League for just a card of Shoes, 1 of 1, wallpaper patch auto, action shot sniffing the case, signed, I love you, Paul, Shoes. That's it. Like that's what I want. And I kind of also think like we should at the national, like if we could get Shoes to the national, at the No Off Season Sports Card Strategy Show booth 3216, by the way. Shout out Tim Larson of Signs of the Times Collectibles, Vintage Collectibles. Let's have Shoes and Chad sign autographs. Like that would be better, I think, than some of the other autograph signers that they have at the national. Like we're not even going to charge for them. Like come get free Shoes and Chad event signed autos. That would be amazing. All right, everybody. I'm going to show and tell a little something because you all of you who are loyal audience members to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell will know this. And if you're not, if you're joining us for the first time today or you missed earlier episodes, don't worry. We're super excited that you're here. We want you to be part of the family, part of the community. Victor Wembanyama play. I went all in. I was very vocal about it, very transparent about Victor Wembanyama SI for Kids cards in February, March. It was actually February that I was buying all of these. Got them all, ripped them out of the magazines myself, submitted them to PSA, and I am very, very excited about the grades that I got. I am not a guy that can wait for the grades to come back. So I did submit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Victor Wembanyama cards. I got, looks like 3 4s, 1, 2, 3, 3 5s, 1, 2, 3 6s and 4 7s. I'm not sure if I got that. That math could be way off, but it's something like that. And so I'm really excited about this, guys, because lowest grade's a 4. The 4 goes for about 160. The 5 goes for anywhere between, 250-ish, 300. The 6 can go for a little bit higher than that. And then the 7s have been going for between 800 and 1,000. So just listed all of these on eBay. Got a few bids so far, but literally just listed them yesterday. And I'll show you, some of the pictures here. So for example, here is one of the 7s. But to have 4 7s, the highest grade is a PSA 8. And I think there's only one of them. So there's not many 7s. And I spoke to Chad about this the other day. Chad was pumped. Rocky Empire said something about pleasing Chad with a card is a good feeling. And yes, that's the feeling I got too, Rocky Empire. So Chad in the comments says, this is the play of the year. Awesome work, Paul. Hey, you know what? As the host of this whole show, I probably should have a really strong play of the year. And so it's good. It's good to know that I'm on the map with all of you genius sports card flippers out there that have submitted to this show. I appreciate it. Definitely pumped about the Victor Wembanyama. I do hope that all of these sell and get paid for the amount of the recent comps, because if that is the case, this definitely will overtake my Jordan Poole as the best play that I have ever made. And it just means that I am getting better and better, just like all of you guys, at making money flipping sports cards. That's the goal of this show. Just wanted to share a little bit, tell a little bit about my Victor Wembanyama play. More to come on this, because obviously what I'm going to do is liquidate all these, total up the amount and the amount of gross profit and the amount of net profit after eBay fees, and let you guys know how I did. So everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. We've got MW in the house. MW, I remember this. MW said he had 57 of these cards and a bunch of 7s, 8s, and a few 9s. Amazing. So maybe I stand corrected on the highest grade. Getting that information from an eBay listing is not always the most reliable source. In fact, it's probably always fake news. But good stuff, MW. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chiming in. And everybody, oh yeah, okay. So MWs were SGC. That's right, SGC. So yeah, like the SGC 9, dude, you had to make a ton of money on that. You had to have made a ton of money on all of those. I'm hoping that I can come somewhere close to you on the PSA. On the PSA sales of the Victor Wembanyama. Again, is this considered an actual XRC? In my mind, this is an XRC because it's a pre-rookie card. I don't know how to classify that. I know it doesn't say XRC on it like some of them do, but I think to me, this fits the definition. Like, this is his first true licensed card with the Metropolitans 92 on it, Sports Illustrated Kids, legit brand. I know the Bowman U Inception is coming out, I believe, in June, and it'll have Victor Wembanyama autos, first ever Victor Wembanyama pack pulled autos, and Caitlin Clark autos. So look out for those. But in the meantime, this would be the one to have, and I think this one will continue to have value, not only all the way up through his pro releases, but you look at LeBron, look at Tiger. The other legends, SI for Kids cards. There's no reason why Victor Wembanyama's SI for Kids cards won't have value into the long term. The only reason why they wouldn't is if he basically pulls a Greg Oden, which we all hope does not happen. We all hope that does not happen. So everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. Keep the submissions coming. Paul@nooffseason.com. Don't forget to check out graybos.co, graybos_cards on Instagram. Don't forget to check out a free 30-day trial at nooffseason.com of our new and improved premium sports card investment report, helping you make money flipping cards. I mentioned we were revamping it. It's already revamped. I mean, go there today. Let me know what you think of it. Everybody, thanks so much for watching and listening. Stay tuned for Monday's big show, the Sports Card Strategy Show, episode 82. Well, it'll be the first ever with 4 men in. 4 men in on Monday. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be me, Lefty, Chad, and the Duke of Southern Sports Cards, Duke Dodson of Graybows. Everybody, great work today. Great work today, crew. Hope to see all of you soon. Have a great day. Here's the rock music. Let's go.